So a couple weeks ago I made a video talking about the things in TF2 that make you mad, and ever since then my content has become more unintentionally grumpy and grumpier. It was never my reasoning nor purpose to make this a grumpy space, so I'm really sorry for that. And to atone, let's talk about the best kinds of TF2 players. These are the kinds of TF2 players that you want to see on your team, the ones that you love, the ones that you know are going to carry you through the game. And consider this video a love letter to all of them, as many don't get the attention they deserve, so don't worry guys, we see you out there. Well, like I normally do, I've made the intro too long, so let's just get started with the main subject. Number 1, FreetoPlay Engineers. Now this is going to be a mixed bag with a couple people, as normally they build on last. However, one thing you can always guarantee from a free-to-play engineer is that they will upgrade your telly no matter what. You can drop down the telly as fast as you can and run to the front lines, and as soon as you look in the top left corner, that thing's already upgraded to level 3. The best part is, these guys just naturally think that's how you play engineer, cooperatively, and I think that's an incredibly good thing to encourage. As we live in a world of frags and Reddit clips, and therefore teamwork isn't really as much in the game as it used to. I might use the term free to play here and there, but when I say that I purely mean new players, as sometimes they still have the Manco store cap and their intentions never change. Number 2, Cart Heavies. Cart Heavies are great. So in the modern day of TF2 I don't really have a main, as I used to be a pyro main, but nowadays I just play whatever the team needs, and I tend to find myself defaulting to heavy more often than not. Cart Heavies are great for two reasons. One, they essentially just win you the game all by themselves, and two, they are a beast to go up against. I love Cart Heavies. I love when there's 3 or more Cart Heavies on a cart and they're just absolutely mowing everyone down. They never stop, and you know, it's amazing. My choice of words was Cart Heavies and not Objective Heavies, as Heavies on the payload are just naturally superior to Heavies on a control point, as they get health regeneration and infinite ammo. But I guess if you want to, we can extend this offer to Objective Heavies as a whole. Number 3, Extinguishers. Be it a pyro, a scout with the bad milk, the odd sniper, or whatever it might be, players who extinguish you are nice people. As a pyro, you get something pretty good out of extinguishing teammates, yet as a scout or a sniper, there's not really much in it for you. While yes, your jar regenerates faster, you could just not extinguish someone and get to keep the jar in the first place. However, these teammates choose their team over the enemy, and essentially helping your team win the game over getting sick frags and Reddit clips and all the stuff like that is essentially what makes a good player. If you're looking for the tier list, pyros are most likely to extinguish you, then the odd sniper, and you'll never find a scout extinguishing his teammates. But on the rare case he does, make sure to thank him, as I will encourage him to do it more. Number 4, Banner Soldiers. Now, any soldier who uses his banner again qualifies for our list. Me personally, I can't stand the gunboats, as I just feel naked without carrying a banner around. But as I've said a couple times on this list, TF2 influencers, TF2 YouTubers, montage makers and all the stuff encourage newer players to think that that's just how the game is played. You equip a solo roaming style and then you go off and do your own thing. However, the name team is in the game, and it's incredibly rare to find a soldier who actually utilises a banner for his team. Soldier is honestly one of the single greatest support potential classes in the entire game. He can shut down sentries with the cow mangler, he can buff his team with banners, he can whip his teammates increasing their speed with the disciplinary action, and so on. But again, he only attracts solo tryhard roamers because that's how people think the game is supposed to be played. In my experience, going into the chat and just asking your soldier to carry a banner, more often than not will get him to respond at least, and if he responds there's a higher chance he will. Discussion breeds change, and 70% of the time his answer will still be no, but the other 30% of the time he will be an incredibly powerful asset to your team, and make sure to thank him. Number 5, Good Sportsman. So the kind of players that say GG in chat, or the ones that call out Uber picks, all the stuff like that. You can be a good sportsman without communicating with the team as well, it all just comes down to whether you rage or not at the end of the game. It's important to remember that this is just a game at the end of the day, and we're all here on the same purpose trying to have fun. And whilst respect is earned, not granted, if your team can work together then I'm pretty sure they're worthy of a GG at the end of the game. Number 6, Pybros. A good Pybro is a menace to the enemy spy. While yes, the meme "spy has a gun" has become funnier and funnier and funnier and funnier and funnier over time, a good Pybro helping out his fellow engineer creates for essentially an unstoppable nest. And when I say Pybro, I mean Pybro, not just anyone who carries a home wrecker. You know, those who circle their engineers' nests, those who are willing to die for the lives of strangers. These guys are the best of the best and deserve all of the praise. Number 7, New Medics. Now, I say new medics over experienced ones as, well, you know, everybody loves an experienced medic, but the newer medics don't get enough love. Imagine downloading a shooting game 16 years after it came out and the first class you were to pick is the healer. That right there deserves an incredible amount of respect just off the bat. But no, the reason why I like new medics that much is purely because they're going to improve. Those newer medics who stick around and have the guts to get better and better with each death are the best kinds of medics. I love these guys personally, and sometimes I'll go medic just to heal them while they're healing someone else. Number 8. Flexible players. You know that each game you ever come across will always have 3 snipers and 3 spies, and whenever someone types in chat to switch, no one ever does. But on the rare occasion when a request is made and the numbers of snipers and spies actually go down for once, you know you've found a good team. And while yes, they usually go to scout or pyro, a pyro who doesn't know what he's doing is better than a spy who doesn't know what he's doing. I will actually make a video on this at some point talking about what classes newer players should play, because 3 new spies and 3 new snipers are always going to be worse than 3 new heavies or 3 new pyros. But then again, this also applies to competent players. Number 9. Players who can take a joke. Now, I know even saying that has already offended so many dyed-head Watsits, but basically, TF2 is absolutely full of players that can't either take a joke, rage when they get dominated, or any of the sort. Some of the better kinds of TF2 players are the ones with funny profile pictures, or, you know, non-horrible signs, and you can always laugh and joke with them, they have good memes, all the stuff like that. Whether you're offended by what I'm about to say, I do not care, but generally I've found if they have a furry profile picture, anime rarely, or a flag, they can't take a joke whatsoever, and therefore it's probably best not typing in chat or ever going near them. If they've got one of the Steam Points profile pictures, they're probably somewhere in between, and if they've got a custom picture they've downloaded themselves, then they're usually pretty chill. God, I can't even believe I had to say this. These are stereotypes and they don't apply to everyone. But then again, you know, stereotypes do exist for a reason, and let's not deny that. And number 10, learners. The players who see something cool, want to learn how to do it, and go out of their way to try. Trying is something that's taken for granted these days. Failing and not succeeding are 2 different things. Failing means you tried and didn't succeed, yet not succeeding means you didn't try in the first place. The players who see something cool, be it rocket jumping, or want to learn how to avoid spies, whatever it might be, the players who see all that, go on their way to look up YouTube tutorials, maybe look to Reddit, or even ask in the chat for help. Those are the single best kinds of TF2 players. As once you've picked up rocket jumping, you'll never forget it, and once those who've learnt, they never forget either. The point is, keep an open mind, and if you don't know how to do something that you desperately want to, keep trying. Hell, I've made almost 100 videos and literally, none of them have been good. But you know what? I keep making them anyway. And that's going to do it for this one. Thank you very much, everyone. I really don't want this to drag out to get super long, but essentially, you know, like I've said before, life is great at the moment, and I think it's a very important thing to just appreciate what you have and, you know, to be grateful. I like being grateful. So these are the kinds of TF2 players I'm especially grateful for. Thank you very much, everyone. You guys make my day when I play the game, and I'll see you later down the sunny road. Cheers.